Hello, today I'd like to introduce you to a free program that is really helpful to speed up your computer, protect your computer, or even your computer systems if you're using several network computers, and that is called Spybot Search and Destroy. Now, Spybot started as a completely free program, but now they have other options available as well. But today I'm going to feature or focus on the free version and what you can do with the free version using the current edition. Here we see Spybot's website, safernetworking.org, or it's safer-networking.org, and that link will be included here for you with this video. And when you go to the actual product, the Spybot Search and Destroy, you can see the various options that they make available. The free version has the anti-spyware features, which is what it's known for, system immunization, startup tools, and a root scan that are all included in free. They do, have the option to donate. That's always something that's great to do if you can do so. Then they offer a home version and a professional version or edition as well. Many of the features of the professional edition used to be free, but they've done a lot more work on those, and they now charge a licensing fee for those. As far as I know at this time, they're still, one-time fee, so they represent a lot of value. But it's something certainly to consider. But today we're going to focus again on the free features, which right now are the anti-spyware process and the system immunization. They also have the startup tools and the root scan. But the anti-spyware is really what it's all about, and that's why the name is Spybot Search and Destroy. What happens when you go to websites, and many websites online now, is they install little pieces of software, and those can be benign or they could be malignant. It depends on the intent of the person and the writer of the software. And when you're online, as much as people are today on their personal and business computers, keeping the spyware off of your system and preventing it is something very important to do. Once you've installed the latest version, which right now, as I'm making this video on April 5th of 2019, is 2.7. You come to a home screen now that just gives you the most recent activity. I just updated the signatures, which you can do just by clicking on the updated link. And if there's an update available, this button would be active. And it says there are updates available, so let's go ahead and update that. Shouldn't take long because it's only been a few hours since I updated it last time. So we'll go ahead and run that now in real time. And this is the same that you would do with your version. Now it's running all those updates and installing those, and it's all an automated process. There's nothing that you have to do as the consumer. And it says that the update's completed, and we've stopped the processes over here. So now I go back to the task window and choose immunization. It's a security pop-up letting you know it's going to do some things behind the scenes. I'm already using the immunization, but I want to go ahead and check the system since we did do some updates just then from the updates that were a few hours ago. So it's checking an entire database, and you can see the database is 175,000 entries, but there are 216 that are still unprotected. So within a few hours' time, they added 216 more sites that had software or versions of software on the internet that it would make sense to block from being installed in your computer. So to do that, I just click Apply Immunization, and it'll quickly go through that process, and it'll block on my favorite browsers, both Internet Explorer by default it blocks, but also Google Chrome that I use, the instances of this harmful software that can be out there. And it will prevent it from being installed and used against you on your computer system. And it's just that easy. While that runs in the background, and it's almost done, all right, so now it says the full 175,000 entries are immunized. So before it was a little less than that, it was 216 less, and now it's the full 175,000. So 175,000 threats have been prevented from potentially impacting my computer system for free. And then you can do system scans. And with the system scan, what the software will do, and this takes some time, I'm not going to do it now in real time because it, with a computer as large as mine, would take some serious time to complete this task. But it will scan your entire system for any cookies or malware or potentially harmful software, but also for things that can slow your computer down. And when you've been online and working on your computer a lot, you'd be amazed how many things it will find and be able to automatically fix and repair for you by removing from your system. And that will speed up your entire internet experience and make it a lot better for you. So if I wanted to start a scan, I'd start it here. And then you can also disable tracking cookies if you'd like. And then they also have the option to use antivirus. I personally haven't used their antivirus. I use another product called Avast, and I'll introduce that to you in a future video. But Spybot is a wonderful program. It has served me well for years. So I am certain it will serve you well and help you. And you could take a look at, the paid versions of their tools and really do a deep dive. If you're a business owner and you want to use the software, or you're an IT professional and you want to use the software, I would strongly consider at least the corporate edition, if not the technician's edition, because while they do cost a little bit more, some of the features there, like task scheduling and the secure shredder and the boot CD creation, are really great features that can help you automate some of the tasks and make it easier for you. So you could run the scans, let's say, every 2 days or something at 3 o'clock in the morning and automate everything instead of having to sit there and click on the buttons. For me and how I use it for just my personal computer, I think that using the free version is fine. I don't mind clicking on the buttons. I just have to remember to do it and update things. They do make it easy to use. I do miss the secure shredder, so I will probably opt for one of the paid versions before long just to get that back, because what that does is actually goes through and shreds all of your digital files that you want to delete. So instead of just a simple delete, which can be recovered very easily, it goes through and breaks down the files into the individual zeros and ones again and alters their order and construction before it fully deletes them from the system. So it makes it much harder to reconstruct that data. So it protects your important files, like any IP that you have as a business, any secure files that you have. It's a good minimum step to take, and it does a very good job. I've tested it with other software over the years when it was a part of the free version, and it does a really good job. So not only did it do a good job then, but I'm sure that they've added more features to it and more strength to it over the last year or so since they added this version. All right, well, that's your brief introduction to SpyBot, and I will leave the link so that you can get that, and I hope you have a great day.